So as you can see behind me, I'm trying to flatten out the cattle panel and it is not going according to plan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna see if I can grab bricks from behind the shed at some point and weigh that down. But it doesn't look like I'll be using that anytime soon then. Good morning, friends. We are jumping into it with both feet today. It has been a crazy few days. My youngest Julian has been sick, so let's take a look around and see what trouble we can get into. Hey, look, the zucchini that we planted and the alyssum have come up. And over here, those cucumbers and alyssum are up as well. And you bet your sweet bunions, the sunflowers and cowpeas are up. Ba-bam! I would like to give a shout out to Transplanted Homestead for suggesting using these mesh waste bins over top of my sweet potato slips. Using these is a total and complete upgrade from using the little pots that I was using beforehand. The mesh sides really do allow a lot more sunlight to get in, and now that these pepper plants are getting so tall and lush and filling out, this waste bin is actually holding the pepper plants away from the sweet potato slips so that sunlight can get in. Win-win. The only work that I've got over here to do with these tomatoes is to get that trellising up. Like I was talking about, I want to get that metal trellising up and screwed in so that it doesn't flop over this year. You guys, let's have a heart-to-heart real quick. So the whitefly this year has been so bad. I noticed that the cabbage loopers were coming later this season, and I don't know if that's because all of my brassicas are already absolutely infested with whitefly. I've tried to leave it and let nature do its thing, and I have noticed an increase in predatory insects, which is great. However, it's really grossing me out at this point. Every time I brush against a brassica, a huge puff of whitefly smoke comes out and just covers me, and they die just as easily as aphids. So when you wipe them off, like they're dead. But I think at this point there's way more than any of these beneficial insects in my garden could eat. I think we're at infestation level, to be quite honest. So I think it's time to cut out all the brassicas and just chop and drop them. That way, in case there are still some sort of beneficial insects, I can let them remain on there and feed. But other than that, I think it's time to chop and drop, you guys. I feel like I just went to war. Oh yeah, ready to take on some more stuff. This right here is the broccoli graveyard. Soon to be hopefully the whitefly graveyard. Gross. Do not like these guys. Ugh. All right, let's take a look at two really cool things. Ooh, I am absolutely nuts for being out here in this rainy weather. I don't care. All right, two cool things. Ready? That is a Heliopsis seedling. So this last year must have reseeded. And look, we've got another guy. But it's always nice to have volunteer plants, especially when they are my favorite perennial flower. I absolutely love Heliopsis. Second cool thing. Bum, bum, bum. I didn't think this broccoli was going to do anything, but yeah, it's starting to head up. I'm going to leave it. We're getting a lot of rain for the next few days. We'll see what happens. But now that this area here is weeded out a bit, so to speak, that'll give more sunlight to other plants in here. So that broccoli will get more sunlight. That Heliopsis will start getting more sunlight, which is great. There is still a little bit of foliage left on this chamomile. I wanted to leave a little bit of foliage on so that it could regrow, and hopefully I will keep it trained and sort of maintained into a smaller hedge this time. The cabbage towards the back there is ready for picking. The other two here and here are not ready. They're not ready yet. I've got a feeling that after the next few days of rain, we are gonna see these bad boys really size up. That one's getting eaten by something. The middle one doesn't look too bad. And there's still hope for the one at the end, but something is eating the heck out of that guy. I had to be really careful when I was pruning out a bunch of those weeds and the cilantro just now, because I didn't want to accidentally hack off one of the stock flowers, obviously. So had to be really careful there. There are a lot of weeds in both this flower bed as well as the raised bed behind it. So it'll definitely benefit from a lot of weeding, hand weeding, but it's going to rain the next few days. And I really just wanted to cut back as much as possible before the bulk of the rain, because the humidity is going to be really, really bad. And this many plants in this much humidity is just asking for trouble. Best thing about being a crazy gardener with ADHD is impulse buying plants. The worst thing about being an impulsive ADHD gardener is setting those plants where you think you want to plant them and then forgetting about it and then not planting them at all, and then they dry out, which happened to both this rosemary and this golden thyme. So we're gonna plant them. The rain is gonna rain. It's gonna water them. I'm gonna put them in this patch here where I have the sage and the lavender, because I wanna kind of keep my groups of herbs together. And I don't have space right now where I've got the oregano and my other thyme, my regular thyme, my English thyme. All right, so there you have it, folks. You have got the golden thyme, which smells like lemons, planted, and then you've got the rosemary. So done and done. We have another bunny sighting. Is that little crap eating my gooseberries? Are you? Hey, hey, that's got thorns. Ugh, you don't care. Okay, sir, I'm gonna go now. You guys already know that every time there's a baby bunny, I gotta try to get that little guy on camera. They're only that little ones. They're so cute. Before I forget, look at this peach tree that I just ripped the leaf off of. But still, I gotta plant that peach tree in one of the containers. So there's gonna be a lot of gardening in the rain this coming week. Thanks for hanging out with me today, friends. As always, I appreciate it. That's gonna be a wrap on the last few days for this vlog, and I'll see you next time.